There he is, Danny boy, with the hurt foot again. How's your foot, Danny? How's your foot, Danny? How's your foot, Danny? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Bill. This is Pirate Solutions Forestry. It's a beautiful Saturday morning on Cape Cod. I got Danny over my left shoulder, sitting over there on the porch. Mommy's off to do a little work this morning, and I want to bust out an order that I got for 1x12s, true 1x12s for barn board on a barn to match the existing barn board there out of pitch pine. Got myself a 20-foot log here, cut it in half, trimmed one of the ends off, and we're going to go at it. Try and knock this out here on Saturday, get me a good start to the week. So let me explain why I cut this log down. It would have been easier just to saw it at 19 feet long and then just go ahead and cut through it and end up splitting the boards in half and do this only once. However, because of some of the crooks and curves in this log, I'm going to get better yield by cutting it in half. I hope that makes sense. But if you see like a little sweep in on this log right here, that affects this little short log a lot less than it would if I was cutting this at 19 feet long. So we cut it in half, and our dimensions on this thing, what we need is 17 to get ourselves a 12-inch cant. We have 17, over 17 on the small end on this log, big end on this log. And it's fairly straight. I got 18 here, and it's a weird oval. I've only got 16 on the width here, which means I'm going to have to be smart about how I cut this one to get those 2x12s. I will want that 16-inch dimension to end up being in the width. So I will want this log as it sits here to cant out 12 inches wide this way and then mill down through it like this. That'll give me the best yield. This one looks like no problem. It's a fatty. I don't think I'm going to have any problem getting a 12-inch cant. I won't have any problem getting a 12-inch cant out of this. Now, what we need is we need 25 of them. The way this sits, if I do get a 12-inch cant, is we're going to get somewhere around 20 to 22 boards out of those two cants. Maybe 23 because this one's so big. Maybe 24 because this one's so big. We're going to have to probably get one out of the flitches, which with this log, I don't think it will be a problem. I think we can probably get a few out of the flitches on this log and make it so this one's not so critical. And he also needs some battens too. So any flitches that we take off, he doesn't need many battens. But any flitches that we take off, we'll take off at full 1 inch, which means we're going to be working out of the center of the log. We'll come out from the center of the log 6 inches, and then we will go up 1.25 inches at a time. I'm sorry, 1 1/8 inches at a time to take our jacket cuts to get us down to our 12-inch cant, and to get it so that the jacket cuts will be usable to make his battens and hopefully make up for those last 2 or 3 that we're going to need to get him 25 1x12s. So I'm going to get these, I'm going to get this fat one up on the mill. I think we're going to just cut this one first and see how many we can get out of it. And then we will know how many we need to get out of that little teeny bit smaller one. It's not much smaller, but it's a little smaller. And I think we can pull this off. All right, so we're going to get cutting this thing apart. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, since I'm going to measure the end of the log here and try to find the center is going to be somewhere around 9 inches, and then I'm going to come up 6, make a mark, go up another inch and an eighth, make a mark, see where my top cut's going to be. And this, as this cuts out, because it's in this orientation, this will be the way that I cut down through the log. So this will be my top on my 4th cut, or my 4th side, and I'll be milling down through it this way, cutting boards out like that. So that's what we're going to do right here. I'm going to find the middle. So I'm 17 high right now, right there. So we'll come to 8.5. Make sure we got water flowing. All right, so we're going to come to 8.5. See if we can make a mark there. I don't know if I have the drop to do it. We'll find out. Just barely. So that's 8.5. 14.5. That's 6 inches up. And we're going to come to 15 5/8. That would give me a 1-inch jacket cut. Well, it looks like all there is in it, so I'm going to take my first cut right there. Then we'll drop down and take one, and then at 14.5, and we'll spin it. This cut, that cut isn't super critical where you take it. All that means is that I'm just going to get the most out of the log. I'm just taking it, I'm taking my dimensions out from the middle, and I'll get the most out of the log. It's not critical that you take it there. We're not going to set our width until this cut right here. We'd be setting our 12-inch width, and then milling down through it on the 4th side. So we're going to come back. We'll take one flitch off. It's definitely going to yield a board. A little bit of dirt on the log. I'm just trying to clean it up as I go. 14.5. Take a flitch. True 1-inch flitch. And I'll shut this off in between sessions here just so that don't, I can cut down on the noise. I'm going to put this flitch up on my sawhorses really quick. This will either be edged into a 1x12, and it's really close. It's right here. It's 11.5 on the small end, on the small side, 11.25 on the taper side. It's really close to being a board. If we need it, we'll cut it for a board and leave a little wane on one side, which he can just face in. And the wane's going to get covered by the battens anyway, so it's not a big deal. And if we don't need it, then we will cut it into battens. So now we're going to spin it, square it up, and we're going to do the same. We're going to kind of do the same thing on the other side, just in case the can't get screwed up and I need to take a 12 in a different dimension. So we're going to do exactly the same thing we just did on the second side. Now this one, I'm going to take back what I said earlier. I'm not going to work out from the center on this one because it's raised up and it's nowhere near something that we can make sense out of. So I'm going to just come right to that corner right there and burn a slab cut off it and rotate it. So we'll take the max that we can off the top. If I can get to my key. So wherever that corner is, looks like a reasonable slabbing cut. I'm going to come to 16.5. Looks pretty good. We're going to take it right there. We're going to see how thin we are in the middle. If we're anywhere even close to 12 in the middle, then we're going to go ahead and leave it here. If not, we will take a flitch. And I'm about 9 wide in the center. I think it just makes sense to take a flitch right now. I can always turn these into battens. Plus, it's kind of wet jacket wood, so I'm going to go ahead and just drop down to 15 3/8, take a full 1-inch cut off, and then we'll spin it. We will take this jacket / flitch cut off. This is a good one to turn into battens because it's got a straight side on it, and it's not really going to yield a 12-inch board. It's close, but I don't think it's close enough. And it's, like I said, it's kind of wet jacket wood. And now we'll rotate the thing, and we will set our width. And now we're kind of going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to come in, we're going to make a mark at 12, and then work our way up for our jacket cut. So I'm going to come to 12. And there's nothing else there. I'm going to take it right at 12. Now we're going to spin it up and mill it out on 4/4 scale. And now we can mill the whole thing out in 12-inch boards, 12 inches across, and see how many we're going to get. So we're going to go on 4/4 scale, which my scale's already built in. Instead of using my magnetic scale, we use the built-in scale. See about where our top cut's going to be. Going to be about right there. I will end up getting a flitch. This is at 12 1/4. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll get 10. So we're going to get to 20, 21-ish boards. That's it. I'll take it back. We're going to get 10 out of this, plus one glitch too. My next drop will be down to 11 1/8. And I'm going to mill a bunch of them right now until I run out of room. One crank up, next one should be at 10 inches, which just keep in the back of your mind that 10 inches is on 4/4 scale. And when you set in your scale, you can go to 10 inches instead of having to drop all the way down. Next one should be at 8 7/8. It's a good idea to tell yourself that, just so that you kind of learn the drops and that you can double check the scale. Come up 3 plus 1. I know all I have to do is come up above 12. Next drop should be at 7 3/4. Five turns up. Next drop is at 6 5/8. I'm going to take some of these off and get them stacked. This top one's got a lot of weight on it. This one's almost not. The other board's better. I'm going to save this one off to the side. I am going to have to cut a third log, it looks like. And I will pause you guys and be right back to finish it out. Not a very good board. I'm going to put it in the pile anyway. You should always cover the wane with a batten. Just means I got to keep in the back of my mind that I'm going to have to give them a couple of extras. Now let's just see what we got going on over here. Okay, that one's no good. This one's pretty close. I'm going to edge this one at 12 too. This one's got a lot of meat and it's got a flat side on it, so I only have to make one cut. I'm going to say no on that one. All right, we're down to 5 and something, 5 1/2. I don't think I made that cut yet, did I? Nope, that's the one. The last cut at 1 inch. And that's pretty much it. Throw this one on the pile, and I will show you the pile, show you some of the boards, and we'll wrap this one up. There's no reason for me to believe that the other log is going to be any different. It's going to probably yield exactly the same thing. I've got 6, 10. 1, 2, 3, no, 11, sorry. 11 counting that one marginal one. So let's take a look at the bunk over here that I got set up and what's going on there. So you can see that marginal board there. I'll end up giving them a couple of extras because I'm going to have to cut another log anyway, so I'm going to have extras. What I'm doing over here is I'm starting to clean out my edging / sticker pile rather than going into my stacks of stickers. So I've just got some edgings over here to use to sticker them. Got this set right in place right here. Put them right on so that they can start drying until he gets here. This log's been here quite a while, so they are fairly dry, except for outside in the outside of the log where it didn't have any bark and it's been soaking up some moisture. And you can see the wane on those two. There's just too much there to count on his board, so make perfect perfect battens. And yeah, not a bad yield. So once again, guys, I appreciate you coming along. If you picked anything up from this video, hopefully it's just a little about the process of how you get from point A to point B, thinking your way through it. I didn't think I was going to be able to get the whole order out of this one log. I had already picked out 2 logs out there. And as you can see, we didn't. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up having to cut a third log and kind of give him his pick through the pile. And what I end up with all of a sudden I started getting a lot of requests for 1x12s. I guess it's flower boxes or something like that. We always appreciate the watch. I got a question for you guys. I did a review video yesterday on that lugong that we used to chip the pile over here. And I want to know if you guys think I should put it up. I know in today's climate with everything that's going on politically and this, that, and the other thing, that a Chinese product could be a little bit of a voodoo subject. But if enough of you say, yeah, put the review up, I'll put it up. The next log is going to be a carbon copy of that one. It's going to go exactly the same way. There is a chance, I believe I'm going to, just from the size of the log, I believe I'm going to yield the board less. So I'm going to end up somewhere around 21 boards with a couple of questionable ones, is I think how this is going to end up. And then when I cut the other log, what I'll probably do is he's going to need 4. If I get 10, then I'll probably give him 4 perfect ones and then probably 2 extras. So I'll take 6 of the 10. Matter of fact, if I get 6 boards, I'll stop and try to cut 4x4s out of the remainder of the can. That's what I'll end up doing. So I'll stop at 4 inches or 3.5 and then blast that into 4x4s, the bottom of the can. And I'll use the bottom of the can to edge off whatever I have left over. So thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe. If you are looking for something from Norwood, please use my affiliate link in the description below. It just lets Norwood know that people are watching my video. Say a little prayer for Danny with his hurt foot over here. We got a party going on, our big summer party at my neighbor's house, and that kicks off at 1 o'clock. So I'm going to take a look at the time. And we did just kick all the 4x4s out to Highlander Farm, so I got a nice check in my pocket for a Saturday. And we're going to get most of this order cut out so I don't have to worry about it. And I can call them and say, it'll all be done tomorrow. Maybe you'll come get them. Good way to start the week. But thank you very much. Humbled by all the people that watch. And for now, for Danny with his hurt foot and myself, Pirate Solutions out.